So what I need to do today is I need to go ahead and take out the mass airflow sensor because I think the sensor is a little dirty and it's kind of messing with the idle of the car. Idle is a little weird sometimes, a little high, and I want to get it all sorted out. So we're just gonna go ahead and take care of that real quick. Get some mass airflow sensor cleaner. Also clean these filters. These filters are absolutely filthy. I might even end up getting a bigger size if I can get away with it. It might be a little hard, but we're gonna try and see if we can source something a little bigger. But the boss has been giving me a little bit of a hard time with the idle. Idle is a little on the higher side. So thankfully it's pretty easy. All you gotta do is just take off these two bolts and pull that mass airflow sensor out, clean it, and hopefully it'll solve our issue. So here we go. So that mass airflow sensor is kind of stuck on there. Guessing the heat has a part to play with that. So let's go ahead and pull it out. Doesn't look too dirty, but it does look like there's maybe some oil on it. And that could be kind of playing a role into this. So you don't want to touch a mass airflow sensor. We're just going to go ahead and get the cleaner, clean it off, and hopefully we don't have any issues with it. And this stuff evaporates really quickly, as you'll see here, just like that. So I'm just going to let it dry for a little bit here, and then we're going to go ahead and reinstall it. Just make sure all our wiring is good, nothing is broken or kinked. And while I'm in here, I'm just going to check on other parts of the engine bay, just to make sure everything else is good too. So we got our two-step box down there, some other stuff going on. There's a lot going on with this car, so it's good to just keep an eye on everything. Make sure we got no leaks or anything that is alarming. Now it's time to go ahead and put it back. Pretty simple. Just slide it in just like so. And it just has these two little Phillips screws that hold it in place. Hopefully I don't drop it. There we go. Just get the other one in there. And we should be good to go. I'm going to start it up, see how it does, and then afterwards do the air filters, because those definitely need to be cleaned out. I know that they're super dirty and I've just been so busy, but got to take care of it. Plug the harness back in, slide that clip. There we go. All ready to go. So, oh man, I thought it was a mass airflow sensor. Boy, was I wrong. Check this out. So just peeking down here, I just noticed that this was sitting a little in the way here. And if you notice, this hose, let's see if I can spin it. There we go. Completely rubbed against this pulley and ended up putting a hole in it, which is probably the reason why the car is idling a little high. So this probably just rubbed up against here and caused our issue. So thankfully I caught it. It was kind of hanging down here, so actually was kind of hidden, but once you look at it, you can kind of see the problem. So we just got to replace that hose, get it connected, fit it up right. Should be pretty simple fix, but yeah, that explains it big time. So this goes all the way over into our, not sure where that goes into, but I gotta check and follow it. But yeah, definitely have a vacuum leak in here, and that kind of explains everything and the reason we're having issues. So yeah, it's this hose right here. The hose is pretty long, so shouldn't be too hard to get it fixed. So I had to remove that panel, so now we can go ahead and kind of follow the wires. So this right here actually is a very important hose, and really that's why the reason car was idling a little weird, because this hose kind of was laying down there and got caught up on a pulley. So I'm gonna have to remove it off of here and put a new one on, and might have enough hose to actually keep it, but if I don't, then we'll have to just replace it with another one. So I got to remove it. It's right here, leads into all the vacuum lines and stuff, so it kind of explains everything that has been weird with the car. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this where it's messed up right here, and okay, so we got that cut. Thankfully we have a little elbow right here where we can just plug this into. And it should be routed down here, just like that. Okay, everything's back. So this was a piece that was messed up, so now it's fixed. This is the hose. You can see how it was all chewed up, and that's what was causing the car to run rough. So anyways, go ahead and reset the code now. I'm gonna leave this panel off for a second here until we give her another shot. Hopefully this time it's a lot better. Let's see how she does. Good girl. She's idling good. Still needs to warm up a little bit. So we're gonna let her warm up. The temperatures are really cold still. And then we'll take her for a spin. Man, the car drives so much smoother like this. Wow. It drives so much better. It's a lot quieter too. Let's take a little stroll around the neighborhood. Yeah, it's idling a lot quieter than it was before. It's still by like close to 1,000 RPM, but that's okay. So let me go ahead and reset the light now. So we're gonna open the door, shut it again. Crank the key on, wait for this thing to turn on, because it actually has a little OBD2 port kind of thing here, and you just go through the torque app, which is in the screen, and it lets you check everything. Okay, there we go. So now we can just go click on this button right here. Whoops. Find fault codes, show logged fault codes. So P05, this is the only one. Idle control system, RPM higher than exceeded. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and clear that. Our check engine should flash in a second here. And it should be good. Okay, turn the key off, key back in, clutch, and ahead and just go for a little drive now. Put my seatbelt on, and we'll see how she does. We solved it, boys. I think that was it. I don't want to get too excited because I'm not 100% sure, but I think that was it. So I'm gonna drive around for a little bit and grab you guys as soon as I get back to the house. Hopefully that is all it needed. God, the noises of these things are just insane. Ready to rip, tater chip. Listen to those noises, baby. Alright, I'm done. I don't want to get in trouble. She's backfiring and blowing. Successful test drive. Just gotta pop the hood, double check everything. I think we should be good, but better be safe than sorry. She does make a lot of heat though. I'm thinking of putting some fans in here. Uh-oh, looks like we got a little bit of oil leak or something. No good. Okay. Hear those turbos still spinning in there. So maybe one of the fittings got a little loose or something. We'll gotta double check that. Okay, boys, so had a small little oil leak from right there. Not sure if that O-ring is going bad or something over here, so probably have to look into that. Waiting for the car to cool down because it's pretty dang hot. That's what happens, man. You start with one thing on these cars, and before you know it, you get dragged into doing all kinds of other crap. It's just the way it goes, but we'll get her sorted out real soon. She ran pretty good though, and I'm happy that we found that vacuum leak. I ended up routing the hose a little better here, so it's kind of out of the way, and it doesn't end up rubbing on anything else. But yeah, other than that, everything looks to be okay. And I definitely need to do some other stuff to this car, so we're slowly going to start working on it, kind of getting it where it needs to be. And I got to do the air filters tonight. Probably I'll clean those out and give y'all an update, see how she runs.